Hello, everyone. This is Eva with Stitching in the Interlake. You all doing good today? I hope so. It's an absolutely gorgeous day today. We're getting into summer-like weather. It's supposed to get up to 20. Maybe it'll go higher today. It's clear skies, beautiful sunshine, and that's how it's supposed to be, sort of, for the next 2 weeks at least. So, I have show and tell for you. Looky, looky, everyone. I'm done. I have a finish. See, I finished up all the back stitching yesterday. I did all of that. I put my initials here. I was going to put them here, but it wouldn't fit. So I put them here. I thought that looks good right in there. So, yeah, I am so thrilled. I'm so tickled pink. I washed it last night. And it, as you can see, everything came out just perfect. And yes, it took me longer than I would have liked to have done this one, but the end result is worth it. It's absolutely worth it. So, yeah, so I have one season done. So next time I go to Dollarama, I'll see about getting a small square frame. And I will do this. The one thing that I should have done, and I wish I would have done, is, do you see here where all these are? I wish now I would have put beads in there. And that I wish I would have put beads here where these brown are, right there. And put beads here where the eyes are. That's the one thing. So you may want to consider that when you're doing this, that you may want to change that up. And the other thing is, I wish that I would have put post here. They called for this color, and I wish I would have done it in black. So, but otherwise, not too bad. Not too bad. So, I may do it differently on, the other 3 seasons. So, but I'll see. I'll see. I should have given that a little bit more thought, So, but yeah. So I'm quite pleased. It's quite nice. So, yeah. So, okay. So now that this is done, I was humming and hawing. Should I work on my welcome gnome? And I'll probably go back to this one. I'll start this one up. But I've had this one calling my name. Just a second. Sorry, it fell. I've had this one calling my name for quite some time. And so I thought, yeah, I'm going to work on it. And that is Lady in the Woods. Okay. Now, I'm not sure who did this, but this was a custom that I had done. So yeah, so I thought, and what I usually do is I work until I get one color completely finished, and then I'll go on to something else. So this is where I am right now. Okay. And this is taking me like 3 years or so. See, I should have gone and worked on this blue, but I didn't. I'm working over here on these green not triangle, lines, diagonal lines. And it is in this color, which is 3022. So I have been working on it this morning. So, and this is an 11 count. But, oh gosh, yeah. Come on. Oh, goodness. Why does that happen? Why does that happen? I got a knot here. How on earth does that happen? How on earth does that happen? Must have twisted it around or something. But, yeah, so, yesterday I went uptown and I went to see about sending a package back via Purelator at the post office. But where I thought that Purelator and Canada Post were under the same umbrella, they're not. Like Purelator being their courier division and Canada Post being their postal division. But turned out, no, that was not how it is. So after at the post office, and I mean, like, that's okay. It's just that was all that Amazon sent me back was this Purelator code. And so then I went over to Juliet's and I had made a loaf of bread. And so I took that over there, but she wasn't home. I thought she was home by noon, but she gets home at 12:30. And so, yeah. So then I came home. I left the bread there on the stoop there by the door. And then I came home, and on my way home, I developed such a severe migraine. Like, it was just like something had exploded in my brain. Like, it went like this. From 0 to 500 in like less than a second flat. So anyways, I came home and I wasn't feeling good. I didn't have very much for lunch. Then I went out for a walk and I stopped and I chatted with my neighbor. And then I came home and then I was cutting up rhubarb. I got 5 smaller bags, like that, smaller bags of rhubarb, cut rhubarb. And I was able to stuff them in the freezer. So I was happy about that. And because that'll do nice this winter when I can have fresh fruit like that. Well, you know what I mean. Like not store-bought. And I'm just I'm just going to put it at rhubarb, water, and sugar in a pot and cook it up. And yes, to have fresh compote. Oh, yeah. I don't make stuff like muffins or anything like that. Nah. I haven't got the time or the energy to do that. But compote, oh, yeah. And then to have Cool Whip, oh, yeah. Especially when the compote is nice and warm, you know, and very fresh. Oh, yeah. That's good. And then I made myself a loaf of bread yesterday. And Juliet and John showed up. Oh, I chatted with Amy while I was cutting up the rhubarb. So it kind of gave me something else to occupy my mind instead of focusing in on my head. And it helps. Like I took a Tramoset, but I was pretty sick there yesterday afternoon. So then Juliet and John showed up and they cut the grass, and that took them forever because the grass was so long and so thick. And then they actually went next door, and because Kyle had been out there trying to cut his grass with just a push lawnmower. So Juliet and John went over there because they had 2 riding lawnmowers, and they just finished cutting his big yard there. And so, I mean, he still has lots left to do, but yeah. So then last night, by the time everything was said and done, and I watered my plants last night, my vegetables, and that, and then what did I do? Oh, Lily Bell needed supper, and then oops, sorry, losing my train of thought again. Yeah, and then I went to bed and I watched the news, and then I wrote in my journal, and then I finished my book last night. So I finished Time Shift. But I haven't picked out a new book yet that I want to read. Not yet. So then I was just, my head hit the pillow last night and I was just gone. I was just gone. And then Lily Bell wanted up. Well, actually, it was Jonah that wanted out at 2:30. So then I put him out. And then I went back to bed. And I so then and then I slept until 6 o'clock this morning. And then I got up and I got dressed, and I'm feeling better this morning, but I don't know, it's pretty touch and go here right now. I don't know if it's going to come back, because now I'm feeling like I normally feel when a migraine is coming on, where I get this pressure in my head and my face gets flushed, and my neck starts to burn and get very sore. But right now it's right in the back. It's not, boy, some of those trucks are loud. I see that one guy there, he's driving around. He's got a Kenworth, purple Kenworth, hauling gravel. Well, hauling the shaved off pavement. And so anyways, yeah. So so then so I don't know what's going to happen here, but I feel it right now. It's pressure in the back of my head. And so I guess we'll see what happens. But my left side is still pretty sore. So I think what I might do is after I'm done this video, I will take another Tramadol. I don't like to take them. I don't, because I don't like how it makes me feel, but it does take the edge off. So, and then what, this morning I decided to make another loaf of bread because I'm going to take it down to my neighbor. And I was talking to her. I was talking to Jenny there yesterday. She scared the living daylights out of me when I was walking. I went for my walk yesterday, and she was outside, and I didn't see her. Well, mind you, I had my sun hat on, and then of course I wasn't feeling well. And so then I so then we chatted for a while. And so I had given them a loaf of bread there, I don't know, a month ago or so. So she said she really liked it. She said, "Boy, I know how to bake well." I said, "It's not me, actually, it's my bread maker." I mean, I put the ingredients together. I just don't do the work. So, yeah. So I want to try and maybe sit outside for a little bit. It all depends on my head, though, of course. Right? So yeah, so I'm going to work on my lady in the woods here. I hadn't worked on her in so long. In so very long. And I thought, yeah. Now, the only thing I was really disappointed about with this, the way they printed it, I don't know if you can see or not. Let's see if I can hold it up here. Do you see here where these symbols are so very light? See, there's one there, that you can sort of tell, but others, like right down here, see, that's a different symbol than that is. See? And they're so pale. See? Right there. That one. See right here? These ones. They're so very pale. Or when you get down in here, see, that's a symbol. And then there's a different symbol. And I don't know what that symbol is. Thankfully, all this down here is like pathway and all that. Over here, the face was remarkably clear, but I will have to see here where it's right there. Can you see that? Right there and right there. See, I will have to look up and have the pattern right beside me, and then I can so that I can get that, because it's vitally important on something like this here that you make sure you've got it correct, because you don't want to have something like you pick the wrong color and you've got blue skin or something, you know. So you don't want that. So it's always wise to make sure you check. That's why I've been going through and I've been working on all the ones that I can see first. And then I can, you know, like the next time I'll do this, I can work on all these dark blues. And then I have like these green plus signs, I think they are, you know. And that's what I would recommend. I know when I had ordered two customs last year, and one was wheat fields that somebody had gotten. Oh my goodness, who won that? Katie, I think. Is it you, Katie? Or yeah, I think it was Katie that won that. Yeah, and I think it was oh gosh, sorry, my brain isn't functioning. Not that it ever does. But anyways, yeah, I think it was Katie in Texas who won. Whose name got picked for wheat fields. So wheat fields was one, you can go back and see that last year where I went to order that and how to order a, you know, custom. And then I also had one Mary Queen of Scots. You know I love my ladies. So, but I go through a step-by-step on how to order a custom. And it works for both, you know, cross-stitch, whether printed or counted, or, you know, diamond painting or anything along that line, you know. So just make sure that you get a good quality company. Don't get a fly-by-nighter. I know I had gotten through the Mayan store, and that was on AliExpress. Ouch, ouch. And I was very pleased with the results. So I'd like to do another custom at some point, because I have a couple there that I'd like to do, and I would like to try perhaps from One Day Saving or VIP Cross Stitch or Fan Sales or something like that. I would like, or New Craft Day. I would like to try one of them and see what it's like to, you know, what their custom looks like. So, thing is, I don't mind waiting for it, because it usually takes about 2 months. That's the only downside. You have to wait, because they have to send it off. And the one thing is that when you do a custom, you, especially cross stitch, is that they make sure that the code here, the key, may be okay, like when you see it here, you see, or when they see it on the computer. It looks perfect. No problem. Everything else. But as you can see, when it translates on here to a canvas, it's totally different. You know, it's just totally different. And because so many of the symbols get lost. So yeah. So that's why I go through and I will do one symbol. And then my eye focuses on just that one symbol. And it does make it easier. So when it is that you do a custom, you tell them to use bold symbols, BOLD, bold symbols. You know, solid colors, bold symbols, not anything with a you know, a pale line or a thin line or anything, because it just does not translate. It just does not come through. See here, okay, see there are Z's here. They're not bad, okay? But if you get into something like this pale diagonal red line, or see here, there's a symbol here. I haven't got a clue what that is. I don't know if that's supposed to be this, which I'm assuming it is, but see here, there's pale here too. So I can't even tell what they are. So I leave them until towards the end, and I do the ones that I can see. And don't worry about the rest of it. Just focus on the one symbol that you're working on. And because I can guarantee if you go through and you're trying to work on 10 different symbols, yeah, it's not going to go. It's just not going to go. So, but lady's over there, she's cutting the grass in the boulevard there, or the ditch or whatever. You know, I can tell you, I have more friends, more acquaintances, more people that I know, that I have met in the time I've been here, in the 6 months I've been here, than in all the 4 years. More people than I ever met down in Oakville. Like, it was just like, it's just like night and day. You know, so nice. I can go uptown and people know me and say something. Sure, it was when I lived in Oakville. Like, I go to the post office, I go to the store. And yes, it was that people would say hi, you know, in the store, like the store owner or at the post office or whatever. But that would be it. I think I knew like 3 other people, you know. And that's terrible. That's terrible. It's like the people down there were just, they keep to themselves, and they're not very friendly, and because I know if I didn't go out and say hi to people and talk to people, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. So, but here it is. Oh, people will talk to you in the post office and the store and, like all over the place. And Jeffrey, if you're watching this, there are still lots of people who ask about you and say, we need you here. You were great with computers. So it's, yeah, and he's been gone from here for like 7 years, I guess, about. Yeah. So, but it's just so nice. I can, you know, like they're just so willing to open up, and they'll go, oh, I've never seen you before. Do you live here? Oh, yeah. Oh, you're the lady that's renting that house. So, very nice. Very nice. So, like I said here, I'm just going to continue working here on, I don't have a lot of this color. Like I only have whatever it is here. 6 more, so I can do 12 lengths. And yeah, so there isn't a lot. And then I might go and start working on the gnome. But I just wanted to put some time in here with Lady in the Woods. And just to say that I've worked on her, And that's the thing. If you feel one that's calling you, I would say go and work on it, because it's probably telling you something. So, but I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy. So, I did get my dishes done this morning, and like I said, I made a loaf of bread. And oh, the mosquitoes were horrendous last night. Well, with Julia and John, cutting the grass. Well, no wonder. But they were just horrible. They were horrible. It was awful last night. It's like you were being swarmed by them. Like in the heat of the day, they're fine. But as always, in dusk and dawn, or evening, morning and evening, they're worse, much worse. So, all right, everyone, I think that's it. So, just a minute here. Let me get the picture here again so you can see it. This is what I call Lady in the Woods. Okay, they call it Christmas green, but I don't know why, but I call it Lady in the Woods because that's what she is. And I just liked how she looked, and she was worried about, somebody following her or, whatever. And I just loved it. I just loved it. So I am working on right over here. See, right over here. So that's that part of the woods here. I guess that's lichen or ivy or something growing up there. So anyway, okay, so I'm just going to continue here today. But I am going to go for a walk. And I'd like to get outside and just sit. So we'll see. We'll see if I can take the sun. even with the umbrella and my hat on. So we'll see. All right, everyone. So may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so does I, and so does Miss Twinkle Dozer the Lily Bell. And, yeah, Jonah's somewhere. I don't know where he is. I think he's in here. He's probably in his hut that's falling down. So, anyways, may you all have a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share your heart out. Please, 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 please. So, thank you again, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow, God willing. Toodle-oodles, everybody.